Speak Up English, the key to success.
Hey Lakshmi, I heard you have a job interview coming up. How are you preparing for it?
Hi, Suresh. Yes, I'm getting ready. I've been researching common job interview questions and practicing my answers. It's like preparing for a quiz, but with a job on the line. Have you ever had a particularly tricky question in an interview?
Oh, absolutely, Lakshmi. Once, they asked me, "What's your greatest weakness?" It's like being asked to reveal your kryptonite. How did you handle that question?
Haha, I know what you mean, Suresh. I used the classic turn a weakness into a strength approach. I mentioned how I'm a perfectionist, but I'm working on managing my time more effectively. What's your go-to answer for that question?
That's a great strategy, Lakshmi. I usually say I'm sometimes too detail-oriented, but it ensures I produce high-quality work. It's like turning a potential negative into a positive. So, what's your favorite interview question?
I like the tell me about yourself question, Suresh. It's like an open book where you can showcase your skills and personality. How do you usually start your answer to that one?
I typically begin with a brief personal introduction and then dive into my professional background. It's like setting the stage for the rest of the interview. Now, do you have any funny or memorable interview experiences to share?
Oh, I do, Suresh. Once I was asked, if you were a superhero, which one would you be? It's like choosing between Batman and Spider-Man for a job interview. How about you? Any quirky interview questions?
Haha, that's a creative one, Lakshmi. I was once asked, if you were a color, what color would you be? It's like being a human rainbow. So, what's your favorite way to practice for interviews?
Mock interviews with friends, Suresh. It's like rehearsing for a play, and feedback from others is invaluable. How about you? Any special preparation techniques?
I like to research the company thoroughly, Lakshmi. It's like studying for a test about your potential future home. Now, do you prefer in-person or virtual interviews?
I think I prefer in-person interviews, Suresh. It's like a face-to-face conversation, and you can pick up on the vibes in the room. What's your take on virtual interviews?
Virtual interviews can be convenient, but you miss out on the personal connection. It's like watching a movie on a small screen when you could be in a cinema. So, what's the most challenging interview question you've encountered?
The where do you see yourself in 5 years question, Suresh. It's like peering into a crystal ball. How about you? Any question that made you think twice?
Why should we hire you? Always makes me pause, Lakshmi. It's like pitching yourself as the superhero the company needs. Well, it sounds like you're well prepared for your interview, Lakshmi.
Thanks, Suresh. Fingers crossed it goes well. Let's hope I don't get any curveball questions like, if you were a dessert, what would you be?
That would be a sweet twist, Lakshmi. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll handle any question with finesse. Speaking of handling questions, how do you tackle those tricky behavioral questions like, give me an example of a time when you faced a challenging situation at work?
Those can be tough, Suresh. I follow the STAR method: situation, task, action, and result. It's like telling a mini story with a happy ending. How about you? Any favorite interview techniques?
I'm a fan of the CR approach: challenge, action, result. It's like a formula for narrating your accomplishments concisely. So, what's your strategy for dealing with nerves before an interview?
Deep breaths, Suresh. It's like calming the storm in your mind. And a little pep talk to boost my confidence. How do you keep those pre-interview jitters in check?
I remind myself that the interview is an opportunity to learn about the company as much as it is for them to learn about me. It's like a two-way street, Lakshmi. Now, what's the most unexpected thing you've learned from an interview?
I once learned about a company's unique tradition of celebrating birthdays with a surprise party every month. It's like finding out they have a secret club, Suresh. Any interesting discoveries from your interviews?
I found out one company had an office pet, a friendly office dog. It's like having a furry stress reliever at work, Lakshmi. Now, do you have a dream job or company you'd love to work for?
I've always dreamt of working for a tech giant like Google, Suresh. It's like the Disneyland of the tech world. How about you? Any dream job or company in mind?
I'd love to work for a company with a strong commitment to sustainability, like Tesla. It's like being part of a green revolution. Lakshmi. Well, I'm sure you'll do great in your interview, and maybe one day we'll hear about your adventures at Google.
Thank you, Suresh. And who knows, maybe you'll be revolutionizing the world with Tesla. It's been a fun chat. Let's catch up after the interview and share our stories.
Absolutely, Lakshmi. We'll have a lot to catch up on. Speaking of that, do you have a plan for following up after the interview?
Definitely, Suresh. I'll send a polite thank you email to express my gratitude for the opportunity and reiterate my interest in the position. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm still here and excited to join your team." How about you?
That's a great approach, Lakshmi. I'll do the same. It's like leaving a positive impression even after the interview is over. Now, let's talk celebration. How do you plan to celebrate once you nail that interview?
Oh, Oh, Suresh, I think a little treat is in order, maybe a fancy dinner or a sweet dessert. It's like savoring a victory. And what's your celebration plan?
I'm all for celebrating with good food, Lakshmi. A nice meal at my favorite restaurant sounds perfect. It's like a reward for a job well done. Now, do you have any interview superstitions or lucky charms?
Not really, Suresh. But I do have a lucky pen that I carry with me to sign any important documents. It's like a little good luck charm. How about you? Any interview rituals?
No superstitions, but I make sure to have a hearty breakfast on the day of the interview. It's like fueling up for success. Now, let's talk about interview outfits. Do you have a go-to power outfit?
I have this sharp navy blue blazer that makes me feel confident and professional, Suresh. It's like my interview armor. What's your power outfit for interviews?
I have a crisp white dress shirt that never lets me down, Lakshmi. Paired with a well-fitted suit, it's like my secret weapon for interviews. Now, do you have any funny or embarrassing interview moments you can share?
Haha, luckily, no embarrassing moments so far, Suresh. But once, I accidentally called the interviewer by the wrong name. It's like a cringeworthy plot twist. How about you? Any funny stories?
Nothing too embarrassing, Lakshmi, but I once had an interviewer who couldn't stop talking about his pet parrot. It's like having a feathered friend join the interview. Well, I hope your interview goes smoothly, and that lucky pen of yours works its magic.
Thank you, Suresh. And I hope you have many more parrot-free interviews in the future. We'll definitely catch up and compare notes soon.